I got COVID. What I'm trying to say is, gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 352. So I'm at home. Let's go outside. Man, it was a good run. I survived years, it seems like, of quarantine, and then my wife actually got COVID, and Antonio Centeno was at my house. He got COVID. I did not get COVID. And it got me. But the good news is that I'm feeling pretty good. Today is day, I guess 5-ish. I don't even know. I don't even know when to kind of start counting at this point. I feel good. I feel great, except for my voice. Everything else though feels great. Just to give you a little backstory. So I think I got this at a concert that I went to outside, as a matter of fact. Like a Friday ago, right? And so, I was at this outdoor concert, everybody's having fun, blah, blah, blah. And, we were drinking, and I was sitting next to some guys, right? And we were drinking and talking, and it was loud. And so we were all in each other's business. And so, everything's cool. And then Tuesday, it was weird because Tuesday, that was on a Friday. Tuesday, I woke up and I was just tired. I was like, man, this is weird, right? And so I go to the gym, I'm working out, and I actually said to my buddy, Steve, I said, man, I got a great night's sleep. I didn't drink or anything. I said, I don't know why I'm so sluggish today. My coffee, I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't feeling right. Not connecting any dots, right? And so I go home, and it was one of the very few times that I ever remember thinking to myself, because I go for a run every day, right? Maybe I should just skip the run. No, I'll feel better afterwards. So I go on my run, I do it, and I continue to go about my day and my week. And then Friday, actually, I guess it was Thursday night, I noticed that I had a little bit of congestion. I didn't think anything of it. Friday morning, I wake up around I guess it was 5 a.m. because my alarm, or my smoke detector is beeping. I'm I wake up and I had a little more drainage. And I'm this is and that's the funny thing. I suffer from allergies terribly. I always seems have some type of drainage or sinus issues going on. And so I thought, I might as well just test to see. Because that day, later on that Friday, I was supposed to go to a recording studio and do voiceover work for a Bosley commercial. And I thought, before I go to the gym, before I go to this thing, I might as well just test. And I was, feeding my cats. I was up at 5:45, and I do it, and I'm okay, and I'm feeding, and I look, I'm you gotta be kidding me. I'm yep, that's a faint line. And so I do another test, and sure enough, I had it. That day, I felt fine, other than a little bit of drainage. Second day, on a Saturday, I had a low-grade fever, probably 89, right? Because my temperature normally is low. It's my normal temperature is around 97.5. Anyway, I could tell I wasn't feeling 100%. Next day, fever still. This was, I guess, on a Sunday. Monday, still a little bit of a fever. And so what day is this today? I'm filming this on a Wednesday. So day 6, I don't even know. I don't even know how to count. Long story short, I have COVID, and it's been annoying. It's just annoying more than anything, because I don't feel bad, and I want to go and do everything that I want to do. I actually filmed 2 videos. I filmed the video Monday. I took a bunch of Dayquil. I'm dude, I gotta go into work, right? Because this is the problem. This is the problem being, me, is that I can't sit still. I'm a terrible sick person. I'm also a terrible vacationer, right? I don't vacation well, and I'm not sick well. I just can't relax. I feel like I need to be doing something, but I knew that I needed to let my body sort of chill out. And so I didn't exercise. I haven't exercised since basically, I've gone on some walks and stuff, which are nice, but they're not getting it done. I don't know, it's been 5 or 6 days I haven't exercised. Tomorrow though, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm gonna go for a light jog. But yeah, COVID. Huh. Who'd have thunk it? And I'm gonna apologize in advance because this vlog is 100% gonna just suck. Just getting it out there, but I'm showing up. We've done it for 352 weeks in a row. I'm not going to let a little hoarse voice and COVID ruin or steal my Tiege Hanley thunder. Speaking of Tiege Hanley thunder, the body wash, not that. If you want body wash, we got lots of that. One mistake we have made, and here's a business lesson. Business lesson I'm going to toss at you. So when we came out with body wash, we came out with a bunch of different scents in 2 different sizes, right? Which, in hindsight, was not the best decision because we ended up tying up a ton of money in inventory, right? Body wash has been a good seller, but what we found is that like 2 or 3 of the scents are the best sellers. And so we currently have a lot of body wash that we're trying to, move through. So if you guys haven't checked out body wash and you want to help Tiege Hanley out, check out our body wash. We just went really big because minimum order quantities were large for each of the fragrances. What we should have learned and what we did learn moving into deodorant and powder, right, is that start with 1, start with 2. Don't go with 5 or 4 right off the bat, right? See what sells. If you sell out on one of these auxiliary products, it's not the end of the world. And so when deodorant came out, it was like, all right, so what do we do? Do we order a few fragrances or just start with 1, minimum order quantity, which is still big, and then see how people enjoy it and use it, and then we can always add an additional product, which is what we did. It's going to make the selling of it a lot easier because it's easier to say, yo, check out this deodorant. It smells amazing. We got 1 fragrance, smells amazing, as opposed to check out our deodorant. This, if you like clean, if you like musky, woodsy, this one, or if you like eucalyptus, whatever, this one, right? It makes it a lot easier to sell if you have 1 message and you're selling 1 version. So just from a sales mechanism, it's a lot easier to convert that. It also doesn't dilute your messaging. It also is going to conserve capital because when you're talking about inventory, capital constraints are humongous when it comes to some of the order volumes. Like imagine having to order like 20,000 units of a large, body wash, right? 20,000, 1 unit. Do that, and say it costs $5. Like I'm just using rough estimate. So $100,000, right? If you're going to order 20 in 1. And then you're going to do it 4 more times or 3 more times, that's like $400,000 tied up. And I'm just using these numbers as like abstract numbers to give you an idea. But then you have the smaller ones. So you can see how tying up $500,000 of liquid cash that you could deploy in advertising, hiring, or other things, it's tricky, right? You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you go a little bit under. I would underestimate as opposed to overestimate when it comes to ordering. Everybody likes to think of best case scenario, but best case rarely happens. Worst case also rarely does, but it's going to be somewhere typically in the middle. Now what I'd like to do is there were a few business questions and my voice is starting to go because I'm doing that thing. That's the thing that sucks. So I'm just going to answer this question again because you seem to miss it the last time. It's Anthony Hernandez. All right, Anthony says, day 28 of asking for Alpha to bring P&P into Ulta or Target. It ain't happening anytime soon. I'm sorry, it's like logistically, like Pete and Pedro, super small, tiny team, and that takes a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy lifting, and I'm not there. I got other things that I need to figure out first. Anyway, I think there's a better chance of Tiege being in some type of retail establishment much sooner. Fingers crossed. All right. So here's a great question, and I get it, and I get this question. It's from Caesar Charlotte III. He says, how do you balance the advertising you do for Pete and Pedro and Tiege Hanley? Recently, the companies are starting to overlap more and more with deodorant, body wash, etc. How does that affect how you approach marketing this product? I'm assuming you get a bigger percentage of revenue from Pete and Pedro as it's your brand and Tiege is a partnership. So this is a great question. So here's how it works, right? Each company and entity are individual entities, right? Pete and Pedro doing its own thing, has its own marketing, own advertising, doing its thing. Tiege Hanley, same thing. Own company, doing its own thing, bigger team, bigger company, bigger potential, honestly. And when I promote Tiege Hanley, it always leads with skincare system. That's what we're selling. That is our business. When we started the first 2 years, 3 years, boom, skincare. That's all we were doing. Pete and Bejo, when it started, hair products, right? Styling aids, shampoos. But then, as most businesses do, they evolve. In order for them to basically make more money, you need to A, get more customers to buy these these products, or you need to start I don't even know how to proliferate. Anyway, you need to add more products to the line to sell to your existing customers. Or you can do both, which is what you should do, right? Try to get more customers into the funnel, get them to try your lead products, whether or not it's hair or skincare, and then because they love that, they're then going to hopefully try some of these other auxiliary products that you promote. And so with Tiege Hanley, it's always about get them into skincare, because once they're in the Tiege Hanley ecosystem, then the Tiege Hanley marketing machine can go ahead and try to upsell and try to get them to try these other products. There is, some crossover though. Pete and Bejo does not sell skincare products. Tiege Hanley does not sell hair care products. And that's one of the main reasons why I was so excited about Tiege Hanley. I've always wanted to sorry, there's ambulance or cop or something going, you may hear it. Anyway, I've always wanted to be into skincare. I was in hair, right? But skincare, it was a different animal. And so it's been really amazing. Both companies are different though. Yes, Pete and Bejo, I make more money into my pocket on an annual and monthly basis because I am the sole owner and the profit margin is very high. Tiege Hanley, bigger long-term potential. If we are ever able to, or I should say when, at some point, we are able to sell our business, or it is interesting enough to a larger company to acquire, the payout's gonna be really big, right? It could be, 100, 200, $300 million. And so, right now, I'm making more money here, but long-term, the potential and upside from this business and this entity that we've been really, working on and growing and building could potentially be a big payout. So there isn't like I only do this or I only do that. Both companies have their unique selling propositions, and I try to balance it. But Tiege Hanley is always about getting them into skincare. But great question. Paul Clark, you've got a great question. It's about apparel. Hey, Aaron, my question is about merch, clothing, apparel. Do you know if there are any companies out there that a small business can use to do all their apparel? Meaning creating a contract with a type of clothing company and giving them your logos and design, and they create the clothing, aka inventory, shirts, hats. Yeah, do I know a small company? There's a gazillion. Just, you don't need to ask me. I'm not sure. Just do a Google search. A company that I have used for the M apparel and even these t-shirts is a company called Alpha Broder. Alpha Broder basically sells wholesale blank t-shirts, and not just no-name t-shirts. They sell Hanes and Anvil but other things like American Apparel. They have a huge, monstrous category of not only t-shirts. I think they have sweatshirts and merch and all sorts of stuff. Now they don't do the printing though. Basically, the way that it works is you've got to find a printer, go on and order all of your merch, have it sent to the printer, and they will just basically print and bag or do whatever you need them to do with your logo. And so I would basically just do some Google searches. That's the best way when it comes to apparel. Designing and trying to get, if that's not your business, I wouldn't waste your time. I would definitely just buy something and get your logo, put on it. It's what I did with M Apparel. Let's see, any other business questions? Anthony Hernandez, self-defense, urban survival. What's up, brother? He says, business question for you. How do you run more ads, or you need to run more ads on Enemy? I'm seeing no ads for it. I get it. You're right, and we're working on it. I got the whole team of people working on creative for Enemy. Stay tuned. We're working on it. If I figure anything out, I'll also let you know. Is that it? Last business. I told you this one's gonna suck, but drop me one of these anyway. Come on, I'm showing up. All right. Ken Hicks, the deodorant smells amazing. What's up, Ken? Miss you, brother, and hope you're doing well. And it does smell amazing. All right, last business question comes from Armand Inandar. Sorry for butchering that, brother, but that's my thing. Business question. How do you structure your morning routine, and how does your morning routine affect your business, and in what ways? 6,000. I probably done, not 6,000, probably 12 morning routine videos on my Alpha M YouTube channel. Watch those. That's my morning routine. Now, it's changed a little bit. I don't go to Starbucks. I stay working at home, but I am thinking about sort of pushing myself a little bit more. I've also been sleeping in a little bit later. I've been getting up at like 6:30 as opposed to like 5:30. I've been cheating a little bit, but I don't know. I go for a run every day. I eat breakfast. Watch the video. I'm not gonna watch the video. I have a very structured routine that is basically how I get everything done and compartmentalize and plan and structure my day for everything I do. My whole day is structured, and that's where I'm gonna wrap things up. But if you have a business question down below, start with business question and ask it. Next week, hopefully, my voice will be better and I will be able to answer more of your questions in my normal location. And I could go to my office. I've been in my office like all week. I just happened to be home and I was like, yo, I gotta film a vlog. And so I did it here. But next week, back there, voice better, COVID eliminated. Gentlemen, I love you more than a double monk shop shoes. If you have a business question, start with business question and ask it down below. Until next time, peace.